What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarouge.
And this is Percy Jackson, Season 1, Episode 6. We take a zebra to Vegas. That's a title from the book.
Yes, they are.
I have to fess up, everybody. I intended to not read ahead of the show, but then I was on a plane and I was enjoying it, so I finished the book. So I have now read the entirety of the first Percy Jackson book. I have so many thoughts now. I think I'm going to do a mini book club, a book review. But I will say, Grover in the book, great, much better at everything. Annabeth in the book, not.
Yeah, Annabeth is probably not the most different, but the most improved, because she's the best part of the show.
Yeah, and in the book she's mostly a damsel in distress, unfortunately. And I can get into specifics of why I say that, but I think that Annabeth is my favorite character on the show, and I kept being yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. But I'm excited to talk about the book. I'm excited to talk about the show. I'm excited to read the other books because I don't think I'm going to stop there. But let's watch We Take a Zebra to Vegas. If you want the full length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. If you don't, stay here. If you're not so mad that I just said that Annabeth doesn't do a lot in that book. I feel like people are going to be mad, but I think I'm right.
I know who stole the Master Bolt.
I'm really curious who Grover thinks it is.
Yeah.
The war ahead of us. The war beyond Zeus and Poseidon's war.
Is that the President of the United States?
Run along now and show me what you are capable of.
I have so many thoughts about that.
Yeah.
Does that help? I guess we're about to find out.
Okay. Small thing about this. They go from Denver to Vegas in the book.
Yeah.
Which is a 10-hour drive. They go from St. Louis to Vegas in the show, which is a 23-hour drive.
Yeah, stuck in this fucking truck.
No, but they're he'll get you there tomorrow. And I'm how fast is this truck going?
Gotta go fast.
Oh, fun.
If you want the god's attention, you have to pay for it.
They finally used a drachma.
You want your dad's attention? Just give him some money.
They're like Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
No matches on Sunday. Monday, you died in the river.
Right, so Medusa on Saturday.
Guys, what is this?
What?
Why did you turn into an old married couple?
They're 12.
Yeah.
I like the choice to frame all that around Clarice. That was interesting.
Men
Yeah.
driving this truck are not nice people. So smart. They were really only missing one piece of the puzzle to get the cages unlocked.
What's that?
Thumbs.
Did they just cut the zebra?
Totally fine. I gave them a satyr's blessing, so they'll be able to reach the wilderness.
I meant for the people.
Grover's fuck people.
Yeah, I don't know, but the animals are all set. Your mom told you all the stories. Did she read you the Odyssey? The graphic novel?
It counts.
Yes, it does.
But if Hermes is in there, though, then what choice do we have? What do you think, wise girl?
He said the thing.
Just don't eat anything.
Guys, he said the thing.
Wait, why were you looking at me when you said that?
And Luke blames Hermes for it. And I think Hermes would do anything to win him back. Maybe helping us is a start.
I feel like this is all later book stuff. Which is so interesting considering... they had a limited amount of time in this season.
Yeah.
It's just hard to talk to my friends about it. I don't know if they can understand.
I found it.
No, I found Ferdinand.
Grover, I've just been waiting for someone to help me break through to him. And here you are.
Wow.
Okay.
That's huge change.
There are things I don't know.
Yeah, but if you don't know, what chance do I have?
It isn't gonna make any difference unless we actually get to Santa Monica first. We don't have much time.
These conversations are all important, but for an episode where they go to this super fun Vegas hotel, this is kind of just them walking through the lobby.
Yeah.
This whole time.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to see the animals do anything. Like, it's weirdly bland.
Yeah, I thought the animals were gonna...
It was one visual shot that was kind of funny.
Wait, I was here with someone, wasn't I?
You're here with me.
All right.
It's all the fucking perfume they pump into
it's the oxygen.
Hey, demigods, welcome.
We were sent to find you.
Well, you found me. Come join us.
Hey, Lynn, what you're wearing, that's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need... That's perfect, actually. We're not going to wardrobe you.
You want my help to sneak into the underworld.
Wow. You're a really good guesser.
Time and space are easy, kids. Parenting is something else entirely. To be so close to someone you love, knowing neither of you has any choice but to keep hurting each other.
Let's go, Lynn.
Said it was awful watching you struggle and feel powerless to stop it. But that sometimes that's what parenting is.
It's weirdly profound.
Yeah.
I guess we're all just doing the best we can. Makes you feel any better, it won't be much use now anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's getting late?
I have no idea.
That was so weird.
I know it seems like we've only been here for like 20 minutes, but it's already Thursday. We've been here for days.
What? Oh, wait, that's only 3 days. Okay. It's like Saturday to Thursday is...
The reason we can't feel time passing is because of the lotus fruit.
We didn't eat any lotus fruit.
They pump it into the air.
Vegas. That would have been fun to, like, see. Somehow. You know, like, the most interesting part of this episode so far happened off screen.
Yeah.
Grover. I remember Grover. Man, Grover got really old.
Full tackle! Let's go, Percy!
A quest? That sounds amazing. Guys, I gotta say, so far, this quest is really exciting.
Jesus Christ.
Finding the car isn't the quest.
There's more?
That was really underwhelming.
It's because none of them seem very, like...
Oh, they don't seem concerned at all.
They're like, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, fuck. We gotta find Grover.
Gotta get going. Damn.
That I'd be the first. That I'd help save the natural world. Just felt so real.
I wish they'd kept the original one. Where he's murdering humans in a video game as a deer.
It says we'll become travelers once we're on the road. And then a car will take us wherever we wish to go.
So, one of us just has to drive it out of the garage.
Oh, I'm still not 100% sure what we're doing here, which seems disqualifying.
Yeah.
He's the oldest.
How hard could this be?
Like, why are you hitting it so hard?
Other people, when they try driving, they actually put their foot on the gas.
Yeah, well, I would rather be careful and not do this.
Oh, man. There's just no way. I had my learner's license like when I was 10 months older than him.
And yeah.
Like I was fully driving on the highway. Oh, okay. They're on the beach. They made it.
They made it.
Turn off the lights.
I'm like, is Grover in the car?
I can't really tell.
So dark. It's not our screen. Like,
No.
some of these scenes are so dark. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
A little weird that I forgot a lot more stuff than you guys did. Wonder what that's about.
They saw that episode of House of the Dragon. We're like, hold our beer.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget what's important when you're alone.
If you told me that Annabeth was wearing her invisible cap right now, I would believe you.
Jeez.
Well, I can't see anything.
I know.
I think I gotta go meet my dad now.
We'll be here when you get back.
Same, because we won't be able to see anything.
If it's this dark above water, what's it going to look like underneath? I'm not like trying to be mean. This is very dark.
It's pretty wild.
Like, I'm all for shooting with natural light, but like... I have no idea what emotions they have on their faces.
No clue.
I saw Grover look at her,
Yeah.
but I've no idea. Was there a smile? I couldn't tell you. That was crazy.
He waited as long as he could. The summer solstice passed earlier this evening.
What?
Your father has gone to marshal his forces and prepare for war. He asked her to relay a message.
Okay.
The war is only the beginning of Hades' plan. There is something else coming. Something worse.
What I can see of that effect is very cool.
Yeah.
But this is like Percy's big moment, and he's in the dark. Like,
Yeah.
There is so much of him in you.
hey, lighting, let's go.
Each will provide one of you safe passage back from the underworld.
There are 4 of them.
I have the same question.
His
And then go save your mother.
In the book, there's 3.
Yeah,
It's
well,
kind of the plot. It's kind of the whole thing.
they were like 9s that were
Wow.
gonna have Poseidon have a bit of a heart, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, Lynn was great.
Lynn did a great job.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda, well done. I thought he didn't have like a ton of screen time,
No,
but he used it very well.
The regretful deadbeat dad on him was, I think he's just channeling Act 2 of Hamilton. But it worked. I thought that he brought it, and I sometimes find him to be a bit kitschy when he acts. And sometimes that works. I thought his character on House, for instance, was kitschy in a way that really worked for that show.
For sure.
And then in other things, I found him to be kitschy in a way that didn't work for the show.
Mm-hmm.
This time, he wasn't kitschy at all. He was just so genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that I really did quite like him. I'm for adding all of the gods into the first series instead of kind of waiting to show them later on in the series. I think that was my favorite of the gods so far. I thought that the Edge is, he's the Edge, and it was fun, but there wasn't really a genuineness to that performance. And Timothy in the last episode was barely there as Hephaestus. He got kind of a good moment, but not a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, he is kind of more just shown and didn't participate very much. But
So in terms of showing the gods being regretful parents, I thought that was the best that we've had in the show so far, and I agree with you. I was legitimately very impressed by that.
Yeah,
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, that was great. That's all I got. Thanks for watching this video.
I almost wish I hadn't finished the book now, because that was so boring.
I know. Like,
and the whole thing about the Lotus is that the kids
it's so exciting.
Is that it's so grand.
Interesting.
They're skydiving inside.
They've
and
never seen anything like
they
it.
Get to go. They get to go to a suite and have like their first experience in a suite. Like, there's so much that happens there.
Instead, it's like a fucking like C tier like.
Oh, it's the
casino.
Flamingo. It's like a 1960s.
The Flamingo was nicer.
I mean, it might have. That looked like the floor of the Flamingo to me, but
Well, no, I mean, I watched through.
When did you go through the Flamingo?
I stayed one night. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
No, I
was
was
so
so
small.
underwhelmed, and I feel bad because I'm sitting here
Yeah.
like that was supposed to be like exciting and enticing, right? The reason that they bring up the Odyssey or whatever, it's supposed to be enticing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not. It was so drab.
Even when they do finally find Grover in the VR machine, in the book, he's like screaming. He's like into it. He's like, yeah, I'm going to kill the humans.
Time of his life.
And then in this, he's like, not saying anything. There's no energy. There was no energy in anything. Like, Lin-Manuel was the only person in the episode who felt alive.
Everybody else was like, oh, yeah, we gotta do this.
And I think the kids were told to play that they were losing their memories. And so they were playing like... They were playing like they were foggy.
That did not come across.
And that's not... Like, the Lotus is supposed to be so addicting because it's every kid's dream.
Distracting.
Yes.
Yes, not like brain fog.
And like, it's so weird to me that they're on the casino floor the whole time. A place where kids aren't. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
that was weird.
And it was just like a slow walk and talk down a casino floor.
I know. I was literally like, are we gonna like move it along here?
And I think they wanted. I think that like what's weird is I think the goal of the showrunners and the writers in this episode was at odds with the show that they were making. In that their goal was to talk about stuff that happens in later books and bring them and get them in earlier, which is weird because they haven't even covered everything that's laid out in the book so far. And so it's this weird blend of like, there's stuff that hasn't been explained about Lightning Thief, and they're like, we got to talk about a book. I don't know, because I haven't read past Lightning Thief. But like, there's stuff about Pan that I'm like, that doesn't come up yet. Like, this stuff is not relevant to this plot.
Wait, does the search for Pan not come up in book 1?
It is mentioned a single time. Or he's mentioned twice. When he wants his searcher's license, and then they're on the train, they're like, what is it for? And he's like, oh, Pan. When they're on the train... I think it's the second time they're on the train. The centaur. Sorry, this is like book spoilers, but like it's a 20-year-old book. I don't,
Well, but it's stuff that's already happened in this.
Yes. One, yeah. I did mention the 3 beats versus 4 beats thing, which I think is a very strange choice. But like they fast travel. They're fast traveling across America somehow. I don't understand how they're fast traveling.
23 hours went by real fast.
But then now they've fast traveled past the solstice, and so I thought the point of this was that we were getting the more faithful adaptation, and it like at least the movie had energy, and I hate to say that. I really hate to say that. But the movie, for all the mugging and the overtoppedness of it, at least it was over the top. But like sometimes this show is straight up bland.
Yeah.
And like I don't know why. The actors are good. I like Annabeth a lot. I think Walker's doing a good job. I don't think he's doing the greatest job ever. I wish that he had more energy, but that's the thing is like I just wish he had more energy.
And then, like you said, he finally gets a moment at the end that's in total darkness.
Complete darkness.
I was like, I can't see what's going on.
And it's his emotional like, no, fuck what my dad says. I'm gonna fucking do it. And I couldn't see him act.
Couldn't see it. I know. That was so. Like that you really underserved your actors there.
Yeah.
Like shame on you.
Grover and Annabeth watch Percy walk into the water, and look, I hate to frame it this way, but Annabeth, if you're gonna cast a black girl to be Annabeth, hire a cinematographer who can make it so that we can see her. Like, hire someone who knows how to light a black girl because she's in complete darkness, and it's just not fair to her. It's not fair to Grover. That they're. I don't know what they're doing. That was very, very boring. And it was a lot of exposition in a place that is supposed to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And that's what I was expecting.
The episode doesn't have to be 30 minutes long. Just have the episode be longer and have them have some fun there.
Yeah.
Have the Lotus be enticing. Have it be addictive. Have it be a place that you could spend 70 years.
Yeah.
And not a place that you go, there's better hotels on the Strip. It should be the best hotel on the Strip. And on the outside, there's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But the inside was awful.
And then on the inside, everybody's just like,
It was just...
Like, it was...
It was really
shocked.
strange.
I'm, like, genuinely shocked.
And, like, oh God, I was like, you know what? I'm so excited. Like, I'm excited to pivot towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
But now, like, they've changed the ending. So, like, obviously the ending's different, which I don't know how that's going to go. Because... and this is the thing, right? If once you start changing these things, you have to rewrite the ending, and the ending has to be better than what we already have.
Yeah, because otherwise, just do what's already done in a different medium, and like
maybe what they have is better than what we already have. But you're not giving me a lot of hope that you're going to do better when the episode where you change everything changes it and is boring doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that, like, if you're going to walk and talk with energy. Like, go watch The West Wing, learn how to shoot it, tell your actors how to do it.
Yeah, they were like
help them,
looking
right?
for Hermes, and they're literally just like strolling along, not looking at anything, and like slowly sauntering. Like, you should be New York walking. You know what I mean? Like, that hustle, that like spring in your step, because you are on a time limit. And it felt like they had like months to get this done.
Well, because they were there for days.
It's just weird. Anyway,
I weirdly have the same issue with this that I have with Canto Bight in The Last Jedi.
Ugh.
No, but it's this. But to me, it's they're the same kind of bad.
Canto Bight was more visually exciting though.
Yes, but
I can't believe I'm saying that because I fucking hate it.
Finn and Rose show up to Canto Bight and then immediately are just like, we need to exposit about something else. And not be on mission. And it's the thing that I don't hate Canto Bight the way that other people do, but I don't like it. I do. I know, but I dislike it, but the reason I dislike it isn't because I'm like, oh my god, I hate that these characters are on a side quest. I'm like, the side quest is necessary to the story. They go on the side quest and then immediately lose mission, and BB-8 is the only character in that mission that is doing what he's supposed to be doing. This is the same thing where they start doing all of this exposition stuff here, where I'm like, I don't, like, they shouldn't be distracting themselves from the mission. The hotel should be.
Yes, and 100%. That's the whole idea of it.
As good as Lin-Manuel Miranda was too, I don't think that he brought. I don't think that he did enough to move the plot forward to justify changing it.
He did what he was there for, which is great acting. Is fair, and he did a good job with it. But I you know what? I liked that Grover, and then think that it is Clarice.
Yeah, that was well done.
That's very fun.
I like the rainbow effect.
There.
I thought the iris call was well done.
Yeah.
I'm glad they introduced it.
Yeah. No zebra, but.
Which was so weird.
Fine, because
establish Percy can talk to horses. That's the whole point of it. It's like the introduction of Percy's other powers. It's a cool moment when Grover's talking to the animals, and then Percy realizes, oh wait, I can talk to the horse, and he's like, oh right, I'm the son of the god of horses. Like, that is cool stuff. That you don't need any special effects to. You already had a special effects camel. Have that be a zebra and have Percy talk to it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
You even put the zebra in the episode title and then didn't have the zebra in the episode. It's so strange. I don't know.
Weird choice.
That was the first episode that I actually thought was bad. I think the show has been generally good with some complaints so far, and that was the first episode that I was actively bored through a significant chunk of it. And maybe it's that I've read the book now and I know where this is going, and I know how fun the Lotus scene is, but
yeah, maybe we just had an expectation in our head and it was disappointing. But to me, that feels bad. If it, I'm trying to think of things that are positives about this episode, and I liked Clarice and I liked Hermes, and that was
Clarice isn't even in the episode. You just like that she's mentioned.
Yeah.
This show has the same budget as The Mandalorian.
I know.
What are they doing with it? Where is the money? Lin-Manuel is not that expensive.
Sure
he makes $1 million a week off Hamilton. Where is the Mandalorian budget going on this show? Because if I'm Disney Plus, if I'm the CEO of Disney Plus, and I'm going, hey, our streaming service is not making money, and I'm like, hey, Percy Jackson, I just gave you $12 to $15 million per episode. Can you show me that episode? And they showed me a walk and talk filmed in a casino lobby that I could have done for $500,000 for them. Where is it?
Yeah.
Is it Ferdinand's horns? I know some cosplayers that can do it for $600. I could have done this episode for maybe the CGI shot of the camel and maybe the CGI shot of the outside of the building. Two very unimportant pieces.
You could probably rent a real camel for cheaper.
Those might be a little bit expensive, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, we don't see Grover's feet. We
saw one shot.
So one shot of Grover's feet, maybe that's a little bit expensive. Where is the money in this series going?
I guess it went to Lynn.
Because I can do the fucking the crash at the end where he's hit by. Oh, maybe it's all the Naiad. Maybe the Naiad is just so expensive, that CGI shot that was. But Disney Plus makes The Mandalorian for the same amount as this, and that is shocking to me.
Yeah.
This is She-Hulk all over again. Where's the money?
Well, that
is
was
it just
all
incompetent showrunners?
Here's the thing. At least in She-Hulk, I understood that, like, having
And She-Hulk has a larger
Maslany-
budget than this by a bit, but
yeah, by a couple million, but still,
by about $50 million total for the series.
Is it? I thought it was
She-Hulk
She-Hulk
was $225, and this is $130, I think.
130. Oh, I thought this one was...
It's 12 to 15 over 8 episodes, so it's something around. It's going to be in the 100 to 130.
Sure. I mean, She-Hulk was all CGI on the people in the green, and that was a lot. But again, I don't know where these budgets are going in companies who are like struggling, and who are going to start throwing ads in here because they're not making enough money, like all those ad breaks.
They made Everything Ever All at Once for the cost of this episode of television.
For $15 million?
I think it's 20, so maybe a little bit more.
That's insane.
The movie Everything Ever All at Once was the cost of 2 episodes of Percy Jackson. Disney Plus has a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is, but if you cannot,
you know what?
with $15 million, they must be.
They at this point.
I hope it's not Uncle Rick. Uncle Rick is just backing up his.
This was totally $12 million.
We paid Uncle Rick $10 million, and then we give
that myself.
No, I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just. Having worked on the other side of this business, watching that episode of television and being told that this is $12 to $15 million, I am bamboozled. Or all of the budget stuff that we've heard publicly is a fucking lie, and they did not have that much money.
Maybe.
But those are the only 2 options, right? Because there's simply no, unless the final fight in the final episode is a crazy god war that they saved all the money for, budget. And that we get to see this giant god war at the end that is not in the book. So again, not faithful.
Yeah, maybe hell is very expensive.
But like one of the things that keeps being levied at us throughout all of my criticisms of the show is that I'm taking it too seriously because it is a kids show. But like that is not an episode that I think kids would find there's nothing entertaining about that episode. There's a Dua Lipa song in it. But like the biggest ooh moment I had was when Dua Lipa started playing.
Yeah,
because it's a TikTok.
And
it's a TikTok sound that I like. That was more interesting than anything our characters did, except Annabeth stealing from Hermes, which we don't get to see. It happens off screen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, that was such a disappointment, and I'm sorry. Like, if you loved it, I saw a tweet where someone said that like that we were fed by this episode, and I'm like, I don't think we were.
I'm starving.
They drastically changed the plot. They've drastically changed the plot.
And even those plot changes, I'm kind of okay, we'll touch on those later when they become relevant. I'm not even upset by any of that. I'm literally just right now disappointed in how bland that episode was.
Sure. And maybe moving them getting out to after the solstice instead of before, isn't as big a change as I think it is, but it feels like it is. It feels like a pretty big deal.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah, wow. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
The
Naiad? Let's go with the Naiad.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight, y'all.
I do love that other people on the internet are starting to agree with us, though.
Yeah.
About the show.
But I liked the last episode. The last episode was my favorite of the ones so far.
Yeah, there has been some good stuff.
I thought the chair was the best change.
But there are a lot of people realizing in online and in our Discord that the questions that you had were totally valid and that we were all filling in the blanks because we'd read the books.
I still have so many questions.
Fair.
Also, there's a whole thing at the end of the book that we're going to get into when we get there.
We'll get there.
They don't... The show has no foreshadowing. And so shit just is happening. And it's a story of, and then this happens. And then this happens. But there's no becauses. There's no and then. There's no, and so. It's always and then.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. Uncle Rick's involved. And everyone was so excited that, the original creator was involved in the show. I don't think that's helping it.
You're talking about Rick Riordan.
They call him Uncle Rick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, fans of this series call him Uncle Rick.
Sure.
I learned that because I'm a Percy Jackson fan now.
I love that for you.
And here's the problem: I really like the book. I'm gonna do a book review. I've got some complaints about it, but I'm really hot on the book. I think the book is really good. Mm-hmm. I think that it is significantly better than the show. And other than Annabeth, I think that Annabeth is wildly not served in the book. I think that the like choice to have kind of the biggest like we need someone to come up with a creative plan to get out of a situation moment. She is waylaid by her being afraid of spiders. And so I think that like the choices in that book aren't always great for Annabeth. I think she comes across a little bit damsel in distressy. And we're told that she's smart a lot, but we're not shown that she's smart a lot. The only thing she kind of does is like she gives a dog a ball. Like that's literally her like greatest accomplishment in that book. And I'm grateful that the version of her that we get in the show is so strong.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that she has so much plot and she changes Hephaestus's heart.
She has been delightful, and I hope that we keep that throughout the show.
But other than that, I think the book does every single thing better, and so I don't know why they're changing it to these things that aren't working for me. And maybe they're working for other people, and maybe it's just my opinion, and maybe it's just that it's a kids show, and maybe kids love watching kids do exposition dumps as they walk around the lobby of a casino.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye, guys.
Bye.